What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae, the first, the day portion of Mugen Eclipse.
And it's me, Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. We are back today with Season 1, Episode 12 of Haikyuu today.
It's time. It's time for training camp. It is time for the cats versus the crows in this practice match. We got the stare down at the end of the episode, both sides. Obviously, we have been introduced to Kenma and Kudo. Once again, I am someone who's watched all of the anime. I haven't watched the movie yet. Twitchy is blind to everything in Haikyuu. So just letting you guys know if you guys jump into this episode. But yeah, I'm excited nonetheless, though.
I don't really know what to expect. It's been a few weeks since I was on vacation since we last watched this series. And I've been thinking about that stare down ever since, because I feel like right before I left on vacation, I was really starting to get that itch for Haikyuu. And meeting Kenma, who is voiced by, I think, our shared GOAT VA, Yuki Kaji, sure. It makes me so happy to know that he's in this series. And I own all of the physical volumes of Haikyuu on my bookshelf somewhere. So just to know that I've seen Kenma's face like on volume 40, volume 38, somewhere like late in the series, this is going to be a pivotal character. But I don't have anything else to add.
All right, well, with that being said, let's get into Season 1, Episode 12 of Haikyuu, right about now.
The two coaches.
Shut up. Because
both teams did. Okay.
Karasuno 高校は宮城代表として、Nekoma 高校は東京第二代表として、春の高校バレー全国大会に出場するが、Karasuno は3回戦一度も叶わぬ。
Interesting. They're rivals, but they never got to play.
両チームは衰退の一途をたどることとなる。
I thought they had arm slings for a second. I was just like, oh no, this is gonna be me soon.
You're my enemy now? What's a dope shot right there? I'm using that for a screenshot.
Hey.
Hello, Tanaka.
Tanaka with a mohawk.
Hello, Tanaka.
Hey, what up, Tanaka? Oh my god.
Bruh.
City boy.
City boy. Say city boy or pretty boy. Oh, and that's their
The two
version of
Sugas.
Suga. Yep.
Oh, she nods at him. Mm. Shut up. The old man gave you. I'm so inspired right now.
We are plasma.
Oh, throwback to him being the cerebral part of their team.
I do like
There's
the red and
something
black,
about
though.
like self-motivating yourself. Like at the end of the day, you're by yourself. You need to have the resolve to tell yourself you can do it.
Okay, see, they got two liberos. Only got one.
I like that.
Here we go. Not gonna lie, my boy Hinata could be a damn track star
Look at
too.
the coach's face. What just
Is it,
happened? Is he the analytical type? I think so. They called him the brain. It's a decoy.
Alright, back.
I wonder how often he typically switches out in a game. I think they're gonna tell us, but
Yep. Almost like every dead ball or point. Those two right there are us watching the series.
yeah. Go ahead, kids.
Like, just think of Kageyama with team chemistry. He'll be a true monster. Like, if he understands everybody, where everybody wants the ball, roughly, if they want a quick set or not.
Demon and his iron club.
That could be the title itself, too. See?
That might be
That's
it.
Shit we'll come up with. Ooh, that's a shot, too.
There's like
That's a
7
bunch
of
of
them
shots.
already this episode.
Well, it's great practice because they both are each other's biggest challengers as of right now. I mean, obviously they haven't played many matches, but like both teams have stoppers for each other.
And I know in volleyball, typically the spikers hit it as hard as they possibly can. But there's also something in volleyball, it's like a tip spike to where you just barely go over.
Those are cool seeing Yukikaji in this role, like very calm, toned down.
He's not screaming, "I'll kill you all!"
See, this role, allowed him to preserve his voice for other roles.
Oh,
Yep.
they just like
Just
that.
talking about it, the dump.
I promise, guys, I have not seen this before, but I have played volleyball before. Not
That's
in a competitive
honestly-
sense, but
That's one of my favorite scoring points. I swear. That shit's fire.
oh,
Nice. Yep.
all right, Chopper.
I love that, man. I love all around players. Like Kageyama, if you need him to, he can do anything you need him to do. Yep.
Don't look at me.
Like you.
I also kind of want to commend the pacing we've had so far this episode. They're explaining
Ooh.
things, but it's also happening so quickly.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how you would feel if you were a player on either side of this game.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Ken was a problem.
自分から友達とか作れた試しがない。他人は苦手で関わりたくないくせに、他人の目はすごく気になる。近い黒だけ。
Say, play with me.
好きじゃないけど
He was on his Hinata shit. Hey, play volleyball with me. Come on.
Except for me.
Whole different character or different like
ここは苦手だと思う。
motivation or level of passion.
先輩というのは1年とか2年早く生まれただけでだろう。
Ooh.
お前は鋭い観察眼を持ってるし、指示だって的確だ。お前の凄さを分かっている。お前は絶対にチームを強くする。
すごい感じがビシビシ伝わってくるけど、ネコマのセッター君は何かすごいことをやってるのかもしれないけど、見ててもよくわからない。
And another thing I want to point out in sports is that the first game is always more so, I would say, based off of talent, but then subsequent matchups with your rivals, it will allow you to have a completely different game than the first time you faced off against each other. So Kenma is able to ascertain very quickly like what type of player and what type of tendencies they have, whereas Kageyama, I think mostly for his whole volleyball playing career, he's relied on his talent alone.
Yeah.
He hasn't really had to think too much about it.
Yep.
Low and steady, Tortoise wins the race. Oh!
影山、次こそバシッと決めるからトスくれ。
今、相手のセットポイントだ。
That's one thing too that I like about certain sports. I love sports where you're playing offense and defense. Like I've always, that's probably the biggest reason why I love basketball so much is because of that.
慣れるんだよ。
He switched it. Oh,
they came right at us.
That's what he was instructed to do.
Exactly. That's literally Tayshaun Prince right there. 04 Pistons.
You know me. I love Tayshaun because that's my Pistons.
I love how they're like rivals, but they're not really playing against each other one-on-one. Hinata and
it's
Kenma.
still a team sport, but they have that individual matchup in the game. He's coaching him kind of in the background. Nice. I say that because, like, this is needed for Hinata to grow. I'm not done yet. The game's not over yet. This is a demon.
Hinata with the stairs. He
He's a
always has
demon.
his stairs, man. Look forward to those. He be having them stairs.
なんか違う。向こうもギリギリでついてきてるのわかる。
当たり前だ。
I'm really liking this episode. My goodness.
Yeah. They're doing a great job, too, by showing that
He opened his
Nekoma's
eyes this time?
a very valid team, too. These guys got longer limbs than you, then you gotta win somewhere else.
Time!
だな。なんだろう。
何を焦ってんだお前。
影山、日向にいつもより少しだけヤワめのトスを出してやれ。
インダイレクトデリバリー。
It gives the spiker a chance to change their shot. Yep.
Exactly.
Again, the analogy we keep using, guys, is the alley-oop. So there's so many different ways you can throw an alley-oop pass.
Yep.
People jumping to dunk it, they can alternate how they move it, or they can even turn into a layup.
Kind of reminds me with DeAndre Jordan. He was talking about Chris Paul with him and Blake Griffin. He's like, I don't want you to throw it above the rim. Throw it like around our head, here and there, so we have more control to kind of just finish it on our own. Bruh.
Suki, you have not said a single thing to the other team.
Like, why you gotta be a dickhead? Like, what for?
He's smiling because this is starting to feel like a team.
Yep.
Whoa!
Yep. If I was like, that's exactly what I would do. Or try. Not do, because I ain't that good. I'll try.
He's starting to get it.
Ooh, yeah. Yep. Do something like that. Like that.
That had a wicked spin on it.
And that was his own thing, too. It wasn't like just like the little giant. That was different.
That type of spike is going to earn him so many points.
Yes. Absolutely. That's a good
Well
screenshot.
done.
Great episode.
Love that
man.
episode.
Yeah, that was
This
good.
is such like a running song, and no, it's not just because Hinata's running in this, but like,
It is.
I feel like I would just vibe out. And
That's
in
at 5
how
o'clock.
long is this song? It is 5 o'clock.
I don't want to go
But
on
I
the
feel
beach
like
and
I
run
would
it.
just, I'd be go so far, and I'd be like, oh, okay, well, that just happened.
And good job with Ukai coaching already in this one. Helping the boys out.
What I really love about his coaching style is he's not necessarily telling the player that they're being coached. He's more so telling them to do something, and then when they focus on that something, So say, for example, Hinata figuring out how to get around the blocker, that's how he's going to have that growth in himself.
Right.
Yeah. Rival.
It's good. They don't really spoil that much in the previews, but
yeah, I close my eyes anyway.
Until later, though, don't trust it. Don't trust it in the later one.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that was good, man. It felt like it almost felt like 2 episodes in one, because we were like learning a little bit more aspects of the game, and then we're also being introduced to Nekoma, and then we're also still doing the Hinata and Kageyama, just trying to figure out different sets that they can do. It's like 3 different things in one episode, so that was focused for a good length of time. So that was dope, man.
I also want to, again, circle back to what Kenma was saying in his flashback. So he was saying that he never really enjoyed playing volleyball. He just kind of did it as an add-on for his friend Kuro. 1, it's great that you did that for your friend. And 2, I am... kind of got choked up there for a sec. I am not looking forward to when he is playing his last game. So previously in our watch through series, I mentioned how it kind of hit me emotionally when I played my final game my freshman year, when I knew all of the seniors would be gone. Like, they couldn't play any more high school games. So when he is finally on the other end, that's going to hit emotionally, because I feel like he's going to have a revelation or an epiphany at that time, to where he's going to be like, damn, it's over. I don't get to play anymore. Likely, I would think the high school, or excuse me, the college volleyball process is a lot more difficult than the high school version of making the team. So I doubt he would be able to make it, especially with his prowess, because he seems... I've been reading the Haikyuu manga as we've been watching these episodes, and they have that hexagon shape with like the power sets. I feel like his intelligence is the only one that's at the max. The other ones are maybe like 2s, 3s out of 5s. So likely he won't be able to play in college. That's my point. It was a ramble to get there. I'm sorry. But he's gonna have a point in time, whether they win or especially when they lose their final game, and he's not gonna be able to play anymore, and that's already hurting me, because that's my head.
And also the other side of it too. The other side of it too with Kenma, like what happens when his boy Kuro graduates and it's over for him? Will Kenma continue? Will he
are they in the same grade, or is Kuro a year older?
Kuro, he's a year older. Kenma's second year. Yeah.
Okay.
So what happens for that? His last year, will he continue to play volleyball, or will he,
that's a good point.
Not, or what happens at that point? Will he grow to be like, become like the captain of the team, and then he ends up just trying to help the younger guys, and maybe that's his only role? Like, would he turn into like a Suga, for example, like just kind of be a mentor for the next setter or something like that? I can see Kenma not, caring too much about like, I can help mentor or something. I don't really care about like, being in the game. I'm not that passionate, but like it can go a lot of different ways at that point. So that's something I'm looking forward to as well. And just like with our boys, our 3 seniors on our team, like when it comes to the end for that, that's gonna be sad as hell too, because we know it's inevitable. They're going to at some point. So
the passage of time is undefeated.
Exactly. So yeah, man. Once again, I love these 2 teams. Every time I see both of them on the screen at the same time, or any kind of interactions with them, is always dope. So yeah. Love it.
Nothing else from me. Excellent episode. Cannot wait to get into the next one right now.
Yes, sir. So with that being said, hope you guys all have a good one. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next episode or stream or any other reaction on the channel. And peace.
Peace.